Hi y'all, I'm Laura, Memphis native and global active travel guide. This Soul of Memphis tour is an experience for solo-cationers, families, and couples that get started in, of course, Soulsville, USA. Elvis, Johnny Cash, B.B. King, most associate these musical icons to Memphis. But did you know that Aretha Franklin, Booker T of the MGs, and yes, JT, Justin Timberlake, are all from Memphis? So where can you immerse yourself in these musical greats? None other than Stax Records. Stax Records is in Soulsville, and it's one of the most popular soul music record labels of all time, second only to Motown in sales and influence. Among its amazing exhibits are the Express Yourself dance floor, where you can shake your money maker while watching vintage episodes of Soul Train, and Isaac Hayes' glittering custom Cadillac Eldorado with unique amenities like a refrigerated minibar, television, and white fur carpeting on the floorboards. I mean, of course. Why else is Stax worth a visit? Well, in the 1960s, there was this dichotomy going on amongst the musicians and the world. When they were in the Stax studio, it was an integrated environment. But on the road, they were back in the segregated reality of the time. The MGs could make international hits together, but they couldn't be served together at a burger stand. Well, except at the nearby Lorraine Motel, where they could eat and swim together unbothered. But then, on April 4th, 1968, Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated there, and everything changed, including the motel, our next stop in the Soul of Memphis tour. But first, quick note that Stax is closed on Mondays, and while you're in Soulsville, I also highly recommend checking out Memphis Rocks, a climbing gym and community center. They exclude no one regardless of ability to pay, and provide a safe haven for the neighborhood youth. All right, back to the Lorraine Motel. It soon embodied more than the mixed-race bodies of Stax musicians. In 1991, it became the National Civil Rights Museum. The fun and interactive museum chronicles 5 centuries, including events such as the March on Washington, the lunch counter sit-ins, and room 306, where King was staying when he died. Plan on spending about 2 hours there, as there's a lot to read, see, and do. Lesser known, but equally as important, is visiting Jacqueline Smith, who has been living across from the Lorraine Motel for over 34 years. I first met her when I wrote an article about her for my high school newspaper. Smith had lived in the Lorraine Motel for 15 years while working as a housekeeper, but when the motel was closed, she was evicted and began her protests, believing that King would have objected to $27 million being spent on a building for him and to evicting motel residents, instead of investing in policies and programs that would help poor and communities of color. Stop by and say hi to her. Meatless in Memphis? Say what? Let's top off this adventure with a vegan culinary experience. There has been a boom in Memphis vegan restaurants, and they are delicious. I recommend Imagine Cafe for any meal. Note that they open at 11-ish, and City Silo Table and Pantry for lunch or dinner. However, you might be traveling with someone who doesn't want an all-vegan menu, but don't fret, there are options in this land of barbecue. For the past few decades, I have frequented RP Tracks for their barbecue tofu nachos. A little tip is to get the nachos on the side, so if you aren't able to finish it all, the chips won't get soggy, and then you can devour it all the next day. They also offer vegan sandwiches and a vegan brat. I'm also a fan of the local Wise Acre brews they offer there, in particular, the Get Up to Get Down. Central Barbecue is known for its Memphis barbecue and is often a must-stop for tourists. Gratefully, they offer a delicious grilled portobello sandwich that can come with Howdy cheese if you're a vegetarian, and also a portobello salad. It is also extremely affordable at $5, well, around there. All right, well, hopefully your Soul Memphis adventures ends not just with your belly filled, but also your soul. Hope you enjoy the tour, and please leave comments.